Okay, just so we're clear, Hannah said. If you say so, Alex replied with a sigh of defeat. Crystal, he answered, and then grinned in the whole call me Xander sort of manner that was really attractive. His attractiveness only increased when Hannah realized that they were still holding hands and they were very much alone where no one would intervene if they decided to show a little more affection. Oh, and I just remembered that I have my last question. Go for it then, Hannah replied, and the hand in his pocket was crossing the first two fingers for luck. Do you think that kissing on the first date is kind of skanky? He asked seriously. His expression made Hannah laugh uncontrollably, as well as the word skanky coming from Alex's lips. I guess that's a yes. Does that make you one of those old-fashioned types who has to wait until the third date before that happens? Absolutely fucking not, Hannah said, once he could breathe again. He tried to make it sound serious to make sure that Alex knew he thought nothing of the sort and would very much, please, enjoy a kiss from him if he would be so kind to initiate it. Hannah would have, but he didn't know how. After all, it was just that girl in 5th grade, on the cheek and nothing more. And then after that she hadn't ever spoken to him again, so Hannah had always wondered if he had done something wrong. Good. And that was all Alex said, all he had to say, really, before Hannah found himself very close to the other man, trapped between the warmth of his body and the cool steel of his Chrysler. His mouth was dry, and his lips were too, but Hannah couldn't pull away or say anything at all, because he didn't want to distract Alex from his intended path. Hannah struggled to keep his breathing even as Alex touched him, cupping his cheek perfectly in his palm like in all those sappy romance movies that Hannah would never ever admit to watching. But it wasn't all cliched like Hannah had heard people describe it, where there were fireworks and explosions and the world felt like it was going to spin off its axis because of the emotion and nervousness and amazement. It wasn't like that at all. Hannah could barely scrounge up the details for it, because he could focus only on the warmth of Alex's hand and his body and the bit of gold peeking out from beneath his lashes before the redhead closed his eyes. The words to describe his first kiss were simply holy shit. Honestly, he had been waiting for the fireworks, but was not disappointed to find that it was something else entirely. It was soft and quiet and beautiful, and everything in Hannah's life, thoughts, feelings, everything, just emptied into a blissful nothingness. He didn't feel the snow or the cold, just the warmth of those lips and Alex's body and the sensation of serene contentment that filled him, reaching the very core of his being. It was his first official kiss, and Hannah was so glad that he wasn't overthinking things, like where to put his hands or feet, or if he should do anything at all, because it was just so right and perfect in every single way. Except when it ended too early for Hannah's liking. The end, LOL.